Hey everybody, thanks for coming back and checking out another reaction video. We're gonna keep on going with the NF train here. So somebody left a comment after all I have an intro to go to Mansion. Again, this is a blind react. Like I don't know anything about this dude except what I'm learning about him from his music. I wanted it to be an authentic way of learning about somebody through their music because somebody had told me, hey, look, check out NF and don't research him, don't learn anything about him, just listen to his music and the journey will take you through who he is, what his life has been like. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna check out Mansion, and we're gonna keep going here. So see how it goes.
City is this blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These
broken legs, but I chase perfection. Perfection is impossible to achieve. So the fact that you're on broken legs trying to achieve it, it's a great visualization of the fact that we'll never be able to achieve something. So yeah.
Walls on my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion.
Yo, my mind is a house with walls covered in lyrics. They're all over the place. The songs in the mirrors written all over the floors, all over the chairs, and you get the uncut version of life when I go downstairs. That's where I write when I'm in a bad place and need to release and let out the version of NF you don't want to see. I put holes in the walls with both of my fists till they bleed. You might get a glimpse of how I cope with all this anger in me. Physically abused.
Okay. The visuals of being in a house with lyrics written all over the place. This is going to be a deep one. And I don't want to keep stopping it, but I also want to really reflect on what he's saying in the song itself. And this is one that I guess there's not a video for, so I'm really being able to not look at the cinematics and really pay attention to just the words and what he's saying.
Till they bleed, you might get a glimpse of how I cope with all this anger in me. Physically abused, now that's a room that I don't want to be in. That picture ain't blurry at all, I just don't want to see it. And these walls ain't blank, I just think I don't want to see them. But why not? I'm in here, so I might as well read them. I gotta thank you for this anger that I carry.
Is his mind, like his memories, the mansion? Is that what he's saying? Like his memories and his experiences in his life, that's the mansion is the metaphor for that. Am I on the right track there? Because that's what it almost seems like what he's saying there, which would be really, really awesome. Like being able to visualize that and put it into a form where people can relate to it. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
Freedom! I gotta thank you for this anger that I carry around. Wish I could take a match and burn this whole room to the ground. Matter of fact, I think I'ma burn this room right now. Somehow this memory for some reason just moved you down. Put me in the corner so you could see the fear in my eyes. Then took me downstairs and beat me till I screamed and I cried. Congratulations, you'll always have a room in my mind, but I'ma keep the door shut and lock the lyrics inside.
insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is...
And I don't know who's singing that in the back. It's, I guess Flory, whoever that is. She can sing. Like, sing.
There's a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion. Inside this mansion.
Yo, my mind is a house with walls, covered in pain. See, my problem is I don't fix things, I just try to repaint, cover them up like it never happened.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. That's got to be what it is. It's the mansion is the metaphor for his mind, right? So each room has, he compartmentalizes everything. And like you just said, instead of trying to fix them, I just try to repaint the walls. I just try to paint over it. I try to cover it up like it didn't happen, instead of confronting them, because I think that's a lot of what we do. A lot of us do that. I do that. So the part of in his mind where at a young age he was physically abused by his parents or whoever it was, instead of confronting that, he uses his music to get it out because he doesn't want to sit with it, and he tries to paint over it. That's a really nice visualization. Really, you don't hear this type of music anymore, right? This kind of very introspective, very deep, moving hip-hop. You don't really get that anymore. So
Say I wish I could change. Are you confused? Come upstairs and I'll show you what I mean. This room's full of regrets, just keeps getting fuller it seems. Moment I walk into it's the same moment that I wanna leave. I get sick to my stomach every time I look at these things, but it's hard to look past when this is the room where I sleep. I look around, one of the worst things I wrote on these walls was the moment I realized that I was losing my mom. One of the
oof. That's a tough thing, man, losing a parent. That's a tough thing, man. I lost my dad on Christmas Day, 2015, and it's tough.
things I wrote on these walls was the moment I realized that I was losing my mom. And one of the first things I wrote was I wish I would've called, but I should just stop now. We ain't got enough room in this song. And I regret the fact that I struggle trying to find who I am, and I lie to myself and say I do the best that I can. Shrug it off like it ain't nothing, like it's out of my head, and get ticked off whenever I see it affecting my plans. And I regret watching these.
Shrug it off like I can't do nothing to change it, and then get ticked off when it's affecting my plan. So it's a double-edged sword, right? That's tough, man. Dude's deep.
Trust issues eat me alive, and at the rate I'm going, I'll probably still be there when I die. Congratulations, you'll always have a room in my mind. The question is, will I ever clean the walls off in time? Oof.
Insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion. Inside this mansion.
So this part of my house, no one's been in it for years. I built the safe room and I don't let no one in there, cause if I do, there's a chance that they might disappear and not come back. And I admit, I am emotionally scared to let anyone inside, so I just leave my doors locked. You might get other doors to open.
Yep. It's I'm gonna lock all these things away because I don't want anybody to see the pain and the hurt and the trauma, because who could relate to that, right? That's what we tell ourselves. That's what we tell ourselves over and over and over again. So we lock those things away so nobody can see the damaged pieces of us. It's tough.
Up, but this door's not, cause I don't want you to have the opportunity to hurt me, and I'll be the only person that I can blame when you desert me. I'm barricaded inside, so stop watching. I'm not coming to the door, so stop knocking. Stop knocking. I'm trapped here. Gotta keep saying I'm not locked. I chose this. I am lost in my own conscience. I know that shutting the world out ain't solving the problem, but I didn't build this house because I thought it would solve them. I built it because I thought that it was safer in there, but it's not.
Yeah, I built it because I thought it was safer in there, right? So we lock ourselves away from people because all we know is pain and trauma and loss it's easier to shut ourselves away and not let anybody get in and get close, because they're just going to leave anyways, right? It's those abandonment issues that I guarantee you he probably goes through because of his mom, right? It doesn't seem like his dad was around. So it's this cycle that we continue to go through. That's deep, man. That's yeah. Wow.
I'm not the only thing that's living in here. Fear came to my house years ago. I let him in. Maybe that's a problem, cause I've been dealing with this ever since. I thought that he would leave, but it's obvious he never did. He must have picked a room and got comfortable and settled in. Now I'm in a position to either sit here and let him win, or put him back outside where it came from, but I never can. Cause in order to do that, I'd have to open the doors. Is that me or the fear talking? I don't know anymore.
Yep. I let fear in because it was safe for me. If I'm fearful of letting anybody get close, then I'll never hurt again. But because of that fear, I can't open the door to let anybody else in. And because of that fear, I don't want to kick that fear out, because then I got to open the door to do that. And who knows what else is going to come in, right? Oh my God, the anxiety. Whew. I can't even imagine. Like, that's so absolutely deep. To try to unpack all that right now, it's just too much. But golly, man. And I'm just getting started with this, so I can only imagine how much further this evolves. This is great, like, so good. Yeah, it's lonely, right? Yeah. To live inside your own head, to live inside your own experiences and trauma and pain, it does get lonely, because you can't share that with anybody, because it makes you vulnerable, and you can't be vulnerable, right? And not to say it's any different for women, but especially for men. Society doesn't allow us to be vulnerable. One, society's told us our whole lives we're not allowed to be vulnerable. And then two, when somebody says be vulnerable, a lot of times when we're vulnerable, it gets used as a weapon against us later on in that relationship, whether it be a friendship, a romantic relationship, whatever. It's thrown back in our faces. So it's like, why would I be vulnerable when you're just going to hurt me with that vulnerability anyways? Holy moly. Where do I go from here? Like, like, I don't know where to go from here. All right. Thank you, man. Hey, listen, this dude is amazing, man. And I am so stoked to be able to take this journey, to be able to learn about this individual, because this is a ride, man. And I'm only 4 videos in. So let's keep doing this. Where do I go next? If anybody can comment a list of the order of videos or songs that I need to listen to keep going, that'd be awesome. Because again, I'm doing this all, willy-nilly. I'm not going online and Googling him or anything like that. So please, by all means, help me out here. My Twitch link, my gaming YouTube channel, they're in the description. Let me know what you think. Am I on the right track here?